Minasan konnichiwa. Hello everyone. Today we're going to be learning about Japanese using Rosetta Stone. And I also started today for the first time streaming to both Twitch and to YouTube if you're depending on where you like to see it. Or you can subscribe to both channels if you want to see them both. If you have any questions at all during the stream, feel free to ask. Let's get started. We're doing a core lesson today, so new vocabulary. 1、2、3、4、5。
演劇、演劇、演劇、
演劇、演劇、演劇、
演劇、コンサート、コンサート。
I see like action lines on this kanji and different things like props. I don't know. Maybe that could help with remembering that what this means. Engeki. There's the back wall of the stage, I guess. Kansato. Kansato.
コンサート、映画。
Eiga. If you need help remembering this, remember eigo is the English language, with go referring to language and a referring to denotes the English language. So if you think about Hollywood movies, so eiga, so for eiga for movies, eiga. You can think of this as a road driving to a theater, and this is one of those old-timey theaters where you watch it in your car. And there's the projector for the movie hanging from the wall. So eiga.
映画。彼らはラジオを聞いています。
彼らはラジオを聞いています。
この人たちは演劇を見ています。
この人たちは演劇を見ています。
男の子とお父さんは映画を見ています。
男の子とお父さんは映画を見ています。
サッカー、サッカー、サッカー。
サッカ
ー。サッカー、ゴルフ、ゴルフ。
ゴルフ。
ゴルフ、テニス。
テニス。
テニス。コンサート。
コンサート。
コンサート。演劇。
演劇。
演劇。映画。
映画。
映画。サッカー。
サッカ
ー。サッカー。テニス。
テニス。
テニス。ゴルフ。
ゴルフ。
ゴルフ、
オレンジ、
オレンジ、
オレンジ、ジュース、
ジュース、
ジュース、お茶。
If you remember from earlier vocabulary, they also said orange when they were talking about orange juice as well. Actually, no, I might be wrong with that. I think that was just with the color itself. So both the color and the fruit have the same word, orange. Sort of like English, actually. Ocha,
お茶、人参、
ninjin,
人参、
女の子はジュースを飲んでいます。
女の子はジュースを飲んでいます。女の子、なんで、
女の人はオレンジを食べています。
女の人はオレンジを食べています。女の人、オレンジ食べて。
男の人と女の人はお茶を飲んでいます。
男の人と女の人はお茶を飲んでいます。
男の人は人参を食べています。
男の人は人参を食べています。男の人、人参食べて。
この男の子は人参が好きではありません。
この男の子は人参が好きではありません。
この男の子は人参が好きではありません。この男の子は人参が好きではありません。
Yes. この男の子は人参が好きではありません。And you may notice that pattern of when we're talking about the negation or not liking something, we use arimasu, even though we're talking about a person not liking something. But you notice that when they talk about liking something, they'll say irimasu.
「この女の子はジュースが好きではありません。
この女の子はジュースが好きではありません。女の子、好き。Now, if I recognize it correctly, to the left is this, and suki is the symbol used for female, and to the right is the symbol used for kid. At least that's what it looks like, unless it's similar looking to that. Now you can see the symbol used for female right here. So, Suki, Onnanoko. Oh yeah, you can see the symbol used for kid right here as well. Alright, so yeah, exactly what it is. The symbol used for kid and the symbol used for female, used to make the symbol for Suki. So, 女の子はジュースが好きではありません。
この男の子はサッカーが好きです。
この男の子はサッカーが好きです。男の子、サッカー好きです。Okay, so it doesn't do irimasu, it's doing des, just because you're stating something like a fact, basically. Irimasu, I think, is used more for actions. この男の子はサッカーが好きです。
この女の子は馬が好きです。
この女の子は馬が好きです。女の子、馬、好き。
この男の子はテニスが好きではありません。
Hello, Kitami. How you doing? Yeah, glad you can make it. Yeah, I'm not exactly sure when the best time to stream is, so I'm trying out different hours.
この男の子はテニスが好きではありません。この男の子はテニスが好きではありません。
この男の子はテニスが好きではありません。
この女の人たちはお茶が好きです。
この女の人たちはお茶が好きです。
この男の人はゴルフが好きです。
この男の人はゴルフが好きです。
この女の子は赤い靴が好きではありません。
この女の子は赤い靴が好きではありません。
彼はオレンジが好きです。彼はオレンジが好きです。
彼はオレンジが好きです。
彼はオレンジが好きです。彼はオレンジが好きではありません。
彼はオレンジが好きではありません。
彼はこのコンサートが好きではありません。彼はこのコンサートが好きではありません。
彼はコンサートが好きではありません。
彼はこのコンサートが好きです。
彼はコンサートが好きです。コンサート。Okay.
女の人たちはゴルフをしています。
Yes, in addition to YouTube, like there's VODs on Twitch, but they only last for 7 days, and I also have VODs on Gab TV as well, so you can use any of those to watch it. 女の人たちはゴルフをしています。女の人たち、ゴルフ。I don't know if you remember, shite is used as a generic action word when it doesn't have any specialized words, from what I've noticed. If you want to say anything as you're doing something with an action, you just do oshite on it, and that's true for a lot of words you see in Japanese. Oshite imasu.
女の人たちはテニスをしています。
女の人たちはテニスをしています。女の人たち、テニス。
女の人たちはサッカーをしています。
女の人たちはサッカーをしています。女の人たち、サッカー。
この女の子はサッカーをするのが
この女の子はサッカーをするのがno, let's see, let's look at some grammar. So, suru no ga, okay. Suru, that's interesting. Oh, let's see, この女の子はサッカーを Okay, so するのが好き I assume it's 好きではありません I believe this means why before just got before got suki de wa arimasen means like you don't like soccer. I believe this means you don't like playing soccer. But I find it interesting that using ga with a no. Oh, suru is shiteimasu. Oh, okay, thank you, Kitami. Okay, so suru is another form of shiteimasu. So is suru another word entirely, or is it just a conjugation of shiteimasu? Sure, let's see. gshow.org, let's see. To do, to carry out, to perform. Suru Japanese translation. I see how it's being used on that site. I was kind of curious on the if it's like the forms of it. I I need to remember that site that shows me that really nice layout of the different forms. Okay, present plain is suru, polite is shimasu, te form is shanaku. Oh, shanaku, that's negative. Te form is shite. Okay, so this is just the te form of suru is the te form, the non-te form of shite. Okay. In fact, suru is main form, and shiteimasu grammar form is. This there shows inflection buttons under the word. I don't know what you mean by that. There shows inflection buttons. Oh no. So suru. So it's like shiteimasu. No, so this is describing shiteimasu. I kind of find it strange. Why do they use both no and ga here? Suru no ga. Suru no ga. So, この女の子はサッカーをするのが好きではありません。Like, like girl play football plus like dislike to connect it to use noga. Okay, I'll have to read more on that. That's the first time I've come across grammar done in that way. Like usually it's like either no or ga, but not no and ga. But I know like no is usually used when you're adding a descriptor. Like let's just talk about playing soccer, and this here it's at saying that she doesn't like playing soccer. And I know ga is usually used to mark the subject. Oh, I wonder if okay, anyway, I'll move on. Ga because we have Suki. Yeah, ga is saying that the Suki applies towards the Saka. That's essentially what ga is there to say. Oh, so maybe it's because we're not just saying the descriptor like blue, orange, red. We're saying like or dislike as a descriptor. So we have no because that's what you do after when you're adding something on. But because we need to, maybe it's for that some reason like that because we're talking about likes and dislikes as the descriptor instead of like an adjective type of descriptor, like tall, short, and things like that. Or maybe it's because you want to make sure that the dislike is attached to the soccer and not to the person, so that's why you have to have ga there, maybe. So, この女の子はサッカーをするのが好きではありません。
この女の子はサッカーをするのが好きではありません。この男の人はサッカーをするのが
この男の、この男の人はサッカーをするのが好きです。So, 好き、男の人、
この男の人はサッカーをするのが好きです。この男の子はテニスをするのが
が好き。Okay, のが好きです mean のが好き、のが好きです meaning okay, no, how to use これは誰の看板ですか Whose bag is this? 彼氏の好きな料はカレーです。My boyfriend's favorite food is curry. No is used to indicate possession. It's similar to for example, A no B would mean B belongs to A. Watashi no pen. But I also see, in addition to possession, I see it used to attach descriptors as if you possess the descriptor as well, like tall and short. Oh, copy the full link, okay. Nogasuki, here we go. Watashi wa terebi o Watashi wa terebi o miru no ga suki desu. I like to watch TV. Miru no ga suki desu. I like to watch TV. Yes, normally watashi wa terebi o mite imasu would be watch TV, but this is miru, which I think is a form of mite. And then no ga suki desu. So you're not saying, you're not talking about watching television, you're saying you like watching the television, hence why it translates to that. Imoto wa ryori o suru no ga suki desu. My younger sister likes to cook. Imoto wa ryori o suru. Okay, now simply add no ga suki after a verb in its dictionary form to say you like doing that action. Okay, so it's given examples, but it doesn't actually say what, like the reason, like some sort of logical reason why it's being used that way. So I guess we'll just have to accept it, no ga suki, until we get a better explanation. PRCONT, I'm not sure what that means. I believe immerse is like PRCONT in English, doing something right now. Okay, well, let's continue. Kono otoko no ko wa tenisu o suru no ga suki de wa arimasen. Otoko no ko suki.
この男の子はテニスをするのが好きではありません。この女の人はテニスをするのが
Oh, present continuous, okay. Kono onna no hito wa tenisu o suru no ga suki desu. Onna no hito, suki, or yes, suki.
この女の人はテニスをするのが好きです。
彼女は走るのが好きです。
彼女は走るのが好きです。走 Oh yes, that's the kanji for running. So this is a conjugation of running. Hashiru, hashiru. 彼女は走るのが好きです。彼女、走る、好き。
彼女は本を読むのが好きです。
彼女は本を読むのが好きです。Now, this 読む, let's see. Yes. Yamu is a different conjugation of yande. if you remember, which means reading. So, 彼女は本を読んで、彼女は本を読むのが好きです。So, 好き、読む、本、彼女。And if you actually notice in these kanji, that this is the same kanji used in reading as well.
彼は料理するのが好きです。
彼は料理するの好きです。彼は料理するのが好きです。This is a different conjugation of ryori shite imasu. Well, ryori shite is a different conjugation of that. Or cooking. And suki. And then kare.
彼は泳ぐのが好きです。
彼は泳ぐのが好きです。This oyogu is a different conjugation of oyoide. See, this is the base word oyogu, and in its, I believe its te form, it becomes oyoide, if I remember correctly. I could be wrong about it being the te form, but it is a different form, oyoide. And the reason why it's de is actually because it's this form. You notice it's not oyoku, it's oyogu because it has the 10-10 mark on it. So when you conjugate it into oyoide, it's you notice it's the symbol for te with the 10-10 mark, which is the symbol for de. So you actually keep the 10-10 mark when you do the conjugation of this word. So kare, oyogu, suki.
Naniをするのが好きですか？
何をするのが好きですか？
何をするのが好きですか？
私はサッカーをするのが好きです。
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 何をするのが好きですか？
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 私は本を読むのが好きです。
私は本を読むの、私は本を読むのが好きです。
私は本を読むのが好きです。
何をするのが好きですか？
私はラジオを聞くのが好きです。
I want to say this. Watashi, hold on. You remembered it all right, but it can't be. But can it become problem in future? I tried to explain what I mean with English word examples. When you see a word to read, you're trying to instantly remember reading, but not to read itself. Well, I know it means to read, like the base word is to read with the and then the yonde is the reading itself. I know that's what it's actually being used as. It's just I was was trying to remember the rules on the conjugations and how things relate to each other, because I think that makes it easier to recognize the words and not look like a totally new word when it gets conjugated into a different form. Like, here's something interesting. Did you know in English the word is and was is the exact same word? It's just different conjugation. I don't even think most English speakers know that. But yes, it is important to remember, like yonde is reading, while yamu is to read. So, 何をするのが好きですか？私はラジオを聞く. Now, if you remember, this is the non-conjugated of kite. Remember, this is a ku word, kiku. And so when you conjugate it into like the ing form, like reading, listening, you drop the ku on the end and you make e and then te. And if this happened to be a word with a ten mark, kigu, which I don't know if that's an actual word or not, it would be ide for the conjugation instead of ite. But yeah, this is the original word that kite is based off of. So, 私はラジオを聞くのが好きです。私は料理をするのが好きです。何をするのが好きですか？
何をするのが好きですか？
私は料理をするのが好きです。
先生は学生よりたくさんの本を持っています。
先生は学生よりたくさんの本を持っています。学生より、先生は学生よりたくさんの本を持っています。
女の子はお母さんよりたくさんのオレンジを持っています。
女の子はお母さんよりたくさんのオレンジを持っています。男の子、お母さん。Let's see. If I remember correctly, yori has to do with quantity and takusan is more. And so you're saying more oranges. Let me look that up. Yori is a particle roughly equivalent to than in English. When you want to compare characteristics of one thing against another, Yori marks the thing you are comparing against. Okay, so that's why it immediately follows Okasan, because the topic of the sentence is being compared to Okasan. And then Takusan, is it better to think of that as more or less? I know with ue, it's generally saying that the object it's in front of is has something up. The topic of the sentence is above that. Takus. If you want to express quantity in Japanese, the quantity word takusan can either go before the noun or after the particle wo. And the oh. So in our case, it's doing let's see, onnanoko wa okasan yori takusan no orange o so mini, let's see. Watashi wa Kyoto de shashin o takusan. Okay, that's not how it's being used. Watashi wa Kyoto de takusan. Okay, I need to find where it's being used. Oh, Yori comparison word. Yori comparison word equals than, more than. Yeah, but I'm trying to see. I know it's saying that the girl has more than the mother, but I'm trying to say, is it doing it by saying that the girl has more, or is it saying that the mother has less? That's two different ways of saying things, so I'm trying to understand what takusan means. But you're saying it means more than? Wait, isn't... Kanojo wa watashi yori ryori ga juzu. She's better at cooking than I am. Well, I'm still trying to figure out what Taka-san means so I can understand how these sentences are being constructed. Okay, Taku-san means a lot, basically, is what they're saying. So, Taku-san iru, I have a lots abound. Taku-san no, many, galore, numerous. Taku-san aru, a lot, wealthy. So, okay, so Taku-san just means a lot, basically. So, onnanoko wa okasan yori. So, Taku-san no orange, a lot of oranges. And this yority is being used as more than, essentially. Well, more, basically. Or more than. And just like how no ue means the topic is above what no ue is attached to, I guess it's sort of being used that same way here. This more than or than, it's whatever this is, a lot more oranges. So the topic has a lot more than the word after the wa. So, otokonoko wa okasan yori takusan no orange o motte imasu. Otokonoko, okasan, motte.
男の子はお母さんよりたくさんのジュースを持っています。
Otokonoko wa okasan yori takusan no juice o motte imasu. Otokonoko, okasan, motte.
女の子はお父さんより大きいケーキを持っています。
女の子はお父さんより大きいケーキを持っています。Now, notice in this sentence, they didn't use Taka-san, they use oki, because they're not saying that she has a larger quantity of cake, because they both have one piece of cake. The sentence is saying she has a larger piece of cake. So oki is used for size, and takusan's used for quantity. So, 女の子はお父さんより大きいケーキを持っています。持って、女の子、お父さん、大きい。
男の人は奥さんほどたくさんのお茶を持っていません。
Otoko no hito wa okusan hodo takusan no ocha omotteimasen. Now, hodo is sort of the reverse of yori. While yori was like more than, saying that the topic has more than what comes after the wa, hodo is the reverse of that. It's less than. So the topic has less than what comes after the wa. And as far as more or less of what, that's what the rest of the sentence says. Takusan no ocha o motteimasu. Having a lot of coffee. So it's, I guess, because coffee is individual particles, I guess they're using the word for quantity here. So the wife has more coffee. I mean, not coffee, sorry. Tea, it's tea. Ocha is tea, not coffee. Has more than the husband. So, otoko no hito wa okusan hodo takusan no ocha o motte imasu. Or imasen. Wait, that's saying it's the negation of that. So wait, if hodo is less, that would be saying doesn't have less. Let me look up hodo then. I must be misunderstanding it. Hodo meaning about. Let's see if there's a better definition. In some ways, it's similar to kurai or gurai, but it's a bit stronger emphasis and can also be used in other ways. Hodonai is not as. Ba hodo the more. Okay, but what's hodo exactly by itself? Otoko no hito wa okusan hodo takusan no ocha o motte imasen. Oh, okay. Hodo meaning is not as, and it's in the naive form. Okay, so hodo itself doesn't seem to be actually used in. Say, otoko no hito wa okusan hodo takusan no ocha o motte imasu. Isn't. Okay, so it seems to be used. It seems to be like a word used if you're going to be using the negation imasen. It seems to be you use hodo instead of yori, similar to how when you combine two sentences together, you use with one having a negation after the previous one, you use ga to combine the two sentences. It seems like it's there more for grammatical reasons than to actually give meaning to this sentence. It's just telling you that you're referencing, comparing two things, basically. Seems, and that, I think Hodo implies that there's going to be a negation in the sentence when you're doing the comparison. That's the best guess I can take. I think a more closer translation would be the man does not have the man does not have more tea than the wife, because you're using the negation, so does not, but you're also saying more here, more tea. So the man does not have more tea than the wife. And yeah, Oksan, that's the word for wife. That's not the word for woman, if I understand it correctly. So let's try to think of it. Okay, so otoko no hito wa okusan hodo takusan no ocha o motte imasen. So otoko no hito okusan ocha motte.
女の子は友達ほど大きいパンを持っていません。女の子は友達ほど大きいパンを持っていません。女の子は友達ほど大きいパンを持っていません。女の子は友達ほど大きいパンを持っていません。
女の子は友達ほど大きいパンを持っていません. So the girl does not have more bread than the friend. And you know what? You have to say like more bread because it's okay, sorry, not more. The girl does not have a larger piece of bread than the friend. And you have to say larger because oki pan, so larger bread. Imasen, so you're negating it. You're not saying they have that, you're saying that they don't have that. So onnanoko wa tomodachi hodo oki pan wo motte imasu. 女の子、友達、大きい、持って。
男の人は息子さんほど大きいケーキを持っていません。
男の人は息子さんほど、男の人は息子さんほど大きいケーキを持っていません。男の人、息子, notice the symbol for kid in there. 息子さん、大きいケーキ、持って。
女の人は息子さんほどたくさんのジュースを持っていません。女の人は息子さんほどたくさんのジュースを持っていません。
女の人は息子さんほどたくさんのジュースを持っていません。女の人、yes. 女の人は息子さんほどたくさんのジュースを持っていません。So, 息子さん、女の人、持って。
男の人は奥さんよりたくさんパンを持っています。男の人は奥さんよりたくさんパンを持っています。男の人は奥さんよりたくさんパンを持っています。男の人は奥さんよりたくさんパンを持っています。男の人は奥さんよりたくさんパンを持っています。
男の人は奥さんよりたくさんパンを持っています。
女の人はご主人ほどたくさんお金を持っていません。女の人はご主人ほどたくさんお金を持っていません。女の人はご主人ほどたくさんお金を持っていません。女の人はご主人ほどたくさんお金を持っていません。女の人はご主人ほどたくさんお金を持っていません。
女の人はご主人ほどたくさんお金を持っていません。
女の人はご主人ほどたくさんお金を持っていません。男の人は奥さんほど たくさんパンを持っていません。男の人は奥さんほどたくさんパンを持っていません。
男の人は奥さんほどたくさんパンを持っています。いません。
男の人は奥さんほどたくさんパンを持っていません。
男の人は奥さんほどたくさんパンを持っていません。
女の人はご主人よりたくさんお金を持っています。女の人はご主人よりたくさんお金を持っています。女の人はご主人よりたくさんお金を持っています。女の人はご主人よりたくさんお金を持っています。女の人はご主人よりたくさんお金を持っています。
女の人はご主人よりたくさんお金を持っています。たくさん。Okay, so that did have nothing in between it. Okay.
どちらの動物が大きいですか？こちらの動物が大きいです。
どちらの動物が大きいですか？こちらの動物が大きいです。どちらの動物が赤いですか？どちらの動物 Oh, that's 果物. Let me get it out of this. どちらの動物が小さいですか？動物小さい。こちらの動物が小さいです。動物。
どちらの動物が小さいですか？こちらの動物が小さいです。
どちらの動物、どちらの果物が赤いですか？こちらの果物が赤いです。果物赤い And if you remember, this is actually the same symbol used for baby as well, since the word for baby is akachan.
どちらの果物が赤いですか？こちらの果物が赤いです。
Yeah, that's what I heard the problems with Rosetta Stone is as well. It throws you in the dark with grammar and you have to figure it out yourself. But that's why when I recognize that as a con, I make sure to try to actually understand everything going on. Like to some extent, you have to accept the way things are structured to learn it because you can't have perfect knowledge as you're learning. But as long as you understand exactly why they're doing what they're doing in every situation, and you're not just passively just trying to memorize things, you need to understand why every decision in the language structure is being made. And I think that in a way makes up for the lack of grammar explanation. But yeah, this program is definitely best used with looking grammar up along the side. Dochira no kodamu no ga akai, yeah. Dochira no dobutsu dono kudamu no ga midori desu ka? Kudamu no midori Hey, I want to point out something I noticed about the structure. Notice kochira ra. That's like how you say this towards living things because it's considered rude to use the actual word for this in Japanese towards a living thing. So you say kochira ra instead because it's a lot more polite. But anyway, I noticed kochira ra. You're saying this, and then that's the topic. While when you're asking the question, dochira ra, it's almost the same word except for the first symbol. And then here you're asking dono, which of these, I guess dono is used when there's more than one thing you're talking about and not a decision between two. I'll have to see more later as they use the word to get a better idea of it. But you say dono, and the answer's answered with kono. And it's that same substitution, kochira for the answer, so ko in the front and then no the rest of the word, or chira the rest of the word. And then substitution in the question as well. You use do instead of ko, instead of ko as well. So that's something that it can help with memorizing that. How it's basically like which, this kind of thing. And you're just substituting the first symbol in the words between which and this. And there's just different ways of saying this and which, with different contexts that we'll have to learn more of later. So, dono kudamu no ga midori desu ka? Kono kudamu no ga midori desu. Kudamu no midori.
どの果物が緑ですか？この果物が緑です。
どちらのおもちゃが大きいですか？
どちらのおもちゃが大きいですか？大きい。then 小さい、小さいシャツの 青いおもちゃが大きいです。どちらのおもちゃが大きいですか？青いおもちゃが大きいです。青い、大きい。
青いおもちゃが大きいです。どちらのおもちゃが小さいですか？
どちらのおもちゃが小さいですか？小さい。And then 黄色のおもちゃが小さいですか？黄色. Notice in the symbol for kiro, you see the symbol used for color in general. And 小さい.
黄色のおもちゃが小さいです。どちらのシャツが茶色ですか？
どちらのシャツが茶色ですか？茶色. There it is again, the symbol for color in this color. So どちらのシャツがどちらのシャツが茶色ですか？黄色。大きいシャツが茶色です。
大きいシャツが茶色です。どちらのシャツがピンクですか？
どちらのシャツがピンクですか？小さいシャツがピンクです。ピンク。
小さいシャツがピンクです。
誰が青い T シャツを着ています。誰が青い T シャツを着ています。誰がゴルフをしています。どの T シャツが青いですか？誰が誰が青い T シャツを着ていますか？
誰が青い T シャツを着ていますか？
どの T シャツが赤いですか？どの T シャツが赤いですか？赤い。
どの T シャツが赤いですか？
誰がゴルフをしていますか？ 誰
誰がゴルフをしていますか？
どのボールが白いですか？白い。
どのボールが白いですか？
誰が青い T シャツを着ている？誰がサングラスをが、をかけていますか？かけ、かけて。Oh yes, there's no symbol, so かけて。誰がサングラスをかけていますか? If I remember correctly, the way to state that someone's wearing sunglasses is サングラスをしています。So what does かけて mean? Or maybe, no, maybe shite was just for ties, not sunglasses. Let me look that up. かけて.かけていますか? Oh, earlier question I had, that said word, what I said was probably meaning stature. I just found it here, it se means height. So that's just another word of for stature, actually, but yeah, we guessed that right. This was when I was given the examples of seno takai or seno hikuri for taller and shorter. Okay, so kakete is just the word for wearing for glasses. So just like kite is for shirts and coats, and shite is for ties. Can't remember the word for pants off the top of my head. But kakete is the word for wearing for sunglasses. Kakeru is the base form. So, 誰がサングラスをかけていますか?
誰がサングラスをかけていますか？
どのボール、どのサングラスがピンクですか?
どのサングラスがピンクですか？
私はコーヒーよりお茶の方が好きです。私はコーヒーより お茶の方が好きです。
私はコーヒーより私はコーヒーよりお茶の方が好きです。So there's ga used for to attach the descriptor suki, but let's see what we're attaching it to. Ho. I think that means like. Oh, that's a nice picture. Kakeru for glasses. Kabuda to wear on head. Maku to wrap around scarf. Kiru or oh yeah, that's right. Kabuda. We're used to seeing kabuda, the other form of kabute for wearing a hat on the head, but kabuda is the base word, and then kiru for t-shirt jacket or kite as we were used to seeing it conjugated. Haku for shirts, pants, shoes. Was it haku? Hakute? Hakute? I can't remember exactly how we saw it conjugated. And then suru for watch, makeup, earring, rings, necktie. Oh yeah, that's right. That's right, suru, which gets conjugated into shiteimasu, which is what we're used to seeing it as. That's a nice link. Oh yes, haku goes to haite. Uh, so does Maku go to maite then? For the scarf, maite? Great, no hoga. Another phrase used in comparative construction is nohoga, a compound particle that follows the item that exemplifies some characteristics more than something else does. The ho in nohoga means direction. It can be used alone or in combination with yori. So, kono kanban wa sono kanban yori yasui desu. The bag is cheaper than that one. Kono kanban no ho ga sona kaban yori yasu desu. This bag is cheaper than that one. Kono kanban no ho ga yasui desu. This bag is cheaper. Kono kanban What does plus mean? You just type the plus symbol, correct? To my understanding, ho means in the direction of. It's a vague expression, so it's fairly polite. If you translate literally, hayai ho means in the direction of the fast one. So, watashi wa kohi yori ocha no ho ga suki desu. Okay, so I see how ho is being used when you want to do a comparison and the topic is not one of the things you're comparing. So, watashi wa kohi yori, so more than, kohi is more than, ocha no ho ga suki desu. So I believe they're saying that they like coffee more than tea, if I understand that correctly. Let me make sure on that, just so I understand the grammar and the way it's laid out. Watashi wa kohi yori ocha no ho ga suki desu. Watashi wa kohi yori ocha no ho ga suki desu. Oh, I prefer ocha to kohi. Oh, did I have that backwards? How to use yori hoga. Meaning is more than. Example sentence includes Japanese hint that reminds you reading of. Okay. Watashi wa neko yori inu no ho ga suki desu. I like dogs more than cats. So, okay, it seems like Yori is just being used as a word for than, not more than. And you actually have to see the rest of the sentence to see what's than the other. Inu ga ho ga suki, so ga suki desu, liking, but what do you like? And the direction of what inu is attached to inu no ho, so liking dogs, so I like dogs more than cats. Okay. So that means it's not good to think of Yori as more than. It's just than, pretty much. To figure out whether it's more or less, you have to read the rest of the sentence. Just telling you that there's a comparison going on in the sentence. So back in this example, watashi wa kohi yori ocha no hou ga suki desu. I like tea more than coffee. The ocha no hou is what's liked more. So ho is in this direction, so, and then no is to attach a descriptor to something, so in this direction of what it's attached to, the ocha, you like that more, so that's how you can think of the sentence structure. And it's watashi ocha ho suki.
私はサッカーよりテニスの方が好きです。
私はサッカーよりテニスの方が好きです。私、方、好き。
私はジュースより牛乳の方が好きです。
私はジュースより牛乳の方が好きです。私、牛乳、方。If you remember how I said a whole was in this direction, so for its meaning, and the symbol for it sort of looks like a person tiptoeing in some direction. And as for gyunyu, there's a symbol for kid right there, and it looks like something's being poured right there into something, since this is the word for milk. So, watashi wa juice yori gyunyu no hou ga suki desu.
私はオレンジよりリンゴの方が好きです。
私はオレンジよりリンゴの方が好きです。オレンジよりリンゴ。So, 私、好き。どちらの靴が好きですか？どちらの靴が好きですか？ So, 好き？
どちらの靴が好きですか？
私は緑の靴より青い靴の方が好きです。
私は緑の靴より青い靴の方が好きです。私、緑、青い方好き。どちらの靴、どちらのシャツが好きですか？好き。
どちらのシャツが好きですか？
私は青いシャツより黒いシャツの方が好きです。私、青い、黒い方好き。
私は青いシャツより黒いシャツの方が好きです。
どちらの自転車が好きですか？
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 私はピンクの自転車より緑の自転車の方が好きです。
どちらのワンピースが好きですか？
私は白いワンピースより赤いワンピースの方が好きです。
私は白いワンピースより青いワンピースの方が好きです。
私は
赤い。
白いワンピースより赤いワンピースの方が好きです。
どちらの家が好きですか？
私は古い家より新しい家の方が好きです。
I should have said for this, 私はI should have said, 私は白いワンピースより赤いワンピースの方が好きです。I said 青い. I should have said 赤い here.
どちらの家が好きですか？
私は古い家より新しい家の方が好きです。
どちらの車が好きですか？
どちらの車が好きですか？
私は新しい車より古い車の方が好きです。
15ポンド。
15ポンド。ポンド。
10ユーロ。
10ユーロ。
5ドル。
5ドル。
円。
円。
5円。
5円。
10円。
10円。
1円。
1円。
サングラスは20ユーロです。
サングラスは20ユーロです。20。
本は15ドルです。
本は15ドルです。本15。
シャツは12ポンドです。
シャツは12ポンドです。12ポンド。
人参はいくらですか？
人参はいくらですか？ Oh, that's right. 人参 is this. 人参はいくらですか？人参は3ドルです。3。
人参は3ドルです。
お茶はいくらですか？
お茶はいくらですか？お茶お茶は2ユーロです。お茶2。お茶。
お茶は2ユーロです。
映画のチケットはいくらですか？
yes. お茶は2ユーロです。英語が、no, 映画のチケットはいくらですか？映画 There's that wall-mounted projector, the little projecting the old projector screen that was used for drive-in movie theaters, and there's the road driving into the movie theater. And there's the movie theater's business in the building in the background. So, 映画のチケットはいくらですか？映画のチケットは9ポンドです。映画9。
映画のチケットは9ポンドです。
コンサートのチケットはいくらですか？
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 40ユーロです。
サンドイッチはいくらですか？
3ポンドです。
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 オレンジジュースはいくらですか？
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 1ドルです。
1ドルです。
新聞は本より安いです。新聞は本より安いです。
新聞は本より安いです。Now, in that structure, normally yori with nothing else, so it's the topic is being described with.
新聞は本より安いです。
So the topic of the sentence shinbun is being described with yasui, and as we see here that it's cheaper, so yasui most likely means cheaper.
新聞は本より安いです。
Shinbun wa hon yori yasui desu.
テレビはサングラスより高いです。
テレビはサングラスより高いです。
帽子はコートより安いです。
帽子はコート
帽子はコートより安いです。
帽子はコートより安いです。
コンサートのチケットは映画のチケットより高いです。コンサートのチケットは映画のチケットより高いです。
コンサートのチケットは映画のチケットより高いです。
青いズボンは緑のズボンよりです。
高いI want to check just to be sure, but I'm pretty sure my assumptions based off of the hints I gave are correct. Yes, takai means expensive. Aoi zubon wa midori no aoi zubon wa midori no zubon yori takai desu. Yes. Aoi zubon wa midori no zubon yori takai desu. And here's the symbols. Takai, aoi, midori.
青いズボンは緑のズボンより高いです。紫の自転車は黄色の自転車よりです。
紫の自転車は黄色いの自転車より高いです。安いです。So, 紫の自転車は黄色の自転車より安いです。And here's 安い. Notice that looks like the symbol for a female on the bottom with a little roof and a line above that. And then midori, jitensha. Now notice this is a symbol for car right here, but all these together means bicycle. And then keto, this is the symbol for color again. But with this symbol combined, it means yellow. Then jitensha again.
紫の自転車は黄色の自転車より安いです。黒い電話は白い電話よりです。
So I suspect this symbol has to do with transportation, basically, and it got assigned to car, but it can also be used in conjunction with other symbols to mean other forms of transportation. Kuroi denwa wa shiroi denwa wa yori takai desu. So kuroi denwa wa shiroi denwa wa kuroi denwa wa shiroi denwa yori takai desu. Now, notice how I'm pronouncing both this symbol and this symbol as a wa. You've seen it a lot, but this is a particle that even though it's spelt with the character that technically in Romanji is HA, whenever you say this particle, you pronounce it as wa. You write it in Romanji as wa. It's just you use the symbol that's associated with HA when you're actually writing the hiragana of it. And you see examples of this in other words as well. Like gomba wa, they'll use this symbol for the wa instead of this symbol for the wa. Gomba wa meaning good evening.
黒い電話は白い電話より高いです。黒いサングラスは赤いサングラスよりです。
When kuroi denwa, notice this is the symbol used for speaking. So the symbol for speaking plus this little machine-looking device, I guess you could say, is telephone. Shiroi denwa again. And then takai. See, takai is the... Then yasai. Yeah, yasai. So takai and yasai. Now, kuroi sunglassu wa akai sunglassu yori yasai desu. Kuroi akai yasai.
黒いサングラスは赤いサングラスより安いです。
Oh, have I been saying it wrong? Now this is the problem. Yeah, yasui, not yasai, yasui. That's the problem when trying to show both the kanji and the hiragana. If you don't know the pronunciation, you can't really see it because it gets really small when you swap it in this program. So yasui and takai, yasui. Thank you for pointing that out. Oh yeah, that is a good point. Yasai is vegetable. Dochira no skato ga suki desu ka? Suki.
どちらのスカートが好きですか？
私は白いスカートより青いスカートの方が好きです。
Watashi wa... Actually, let's listen to that again.
私は白いスカートより青いスカートの方が好きです。
Watashi wa shiroi skato yori aoi skato no hou ga suki desu. Watashi shiroi aoi... Oh, I pointed this out before, but aoi is basically... This looks like the symbol for moon with some lines going by like clouds in the sky. So that can give you... And, the sky is blue, so that can give you an idea on how to remember the word blue. It's kanji symbol. So aoi and then ho, suki. 青いシャツはいくらですか？青い
青いシャツはいくらですか？
7ユーロです。7。
7ユーロです。
どちらのセーターが好きですか？
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 私は紫のセーターより灰色のセーターの方が好きです。
私は紫のセーターより灰色のセーターの方が好きです。
私は紫のセーターより灰色のセーターの方が好きです。灰色のセーターはいくらですか？
灰色のセーターはいくらですか？
灰色のセーターはいくらですか？
29ドルです。
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 60ユーロです。No, okay. 何をするのが好きですか？何をするのが好きですか？何好き？私はサッカーをするのが好きですか？私好き。
何をするのが好きですか？
私はサッカーをするのが好きです。
どちらの靴が好きですか？好き、好き。
どちらの靴が好きですか？
私は黒い靴の方が好きです。
私は黒い靴の方が好きです。私は黒い靴の方。Now notice in this sentence he didn't mention the other options like you saw in the other sentence where they in between the wa and the kuts uh and the kuroi kutsu, they would normally say something like kiro kiro kutsu yori. So instead of saying I like, this sentence is I like the black shoes. When the other sentences, if we were using the other structure, would be saying I like the black shoes more than the yellow shoes. But they're just not bothering to say the yellow shoes in this sentence. So, 私は黒い靴の方が好きです。So, 私、黒い方好き。いくらですか？
いくらですか？
60ユーロです。60。
60ユーロです。
You came for a good lesson today. This was the core lesson. Do you have any particular questions before we go? If not, oh, I'm good. That was an interesting lesson. Yes, it was. It seems to get more and more in depth with each preceding core lessons. Like, you could tell the earlier core lessons were made easier. Well, I should say, for example, and not use like a million times, but for example, the earlier lessons were easier. Well, minasan sayonara. Goodbye, everyone.